have a much lower lane, and because it's a change in parameters, we're going to walk through first, and then we're going to walk in and halt and ask for a backup. So all those basic maneuvers that we learnt in the higher lane. And then we can start adding some other things which we may have first taught in the higher lane, or we may use the lower lane to teach them. That's to send the horse in front of us as if she's going to go into a horse trailer, and then ask her to back out. And it's really important when we're doing this sort of stuff to just build in pauses where we can reflect on what we've done and what we're going to do next. And this time I'm going to ask her to walk in front of me, and then I'm going to walk behind her inside the lane, so I'm just following her through. And this time I'm dispensing with the rope. Eventually the rope gets to be in the way, and we can just do it at liberty. And of course we can do everything at the trot. Just another example of a different kind of a lane that is really good for pre-trailer loading preparation. And lanes can become spooky corridors like we do for horse agility. They can become the beginning of a closed tunnel, again good pre-trailer loading preparation, and eventually a wholly enclosed tunnel. And we can use lanes flat on the ground. Lots of uses for these. Again, a new parameter, so we've walked through in both directions, and here I've taken her in a lane and I've turned to face her and asked her to back up. And in this situation I've asked her to walk through the lane, and I'm going to stand right in front of her and ask her with hand signal, body language and gesture to back through the lane. If we've done the big lane stuff really well, then backing straight shouldn't be too much of a challenge. And I've asked her to walk in the lane, halt, and we're going to back out this time with a tail cue. Another fun thing that's useful if we're going to use a trailer. And here I've walked inside the lane in front of the horse, and I've halted myself and her, and then I'm asking her to back up with body language. And lanes can be really, really handy to teach horses to walk on unusual surfaces. They already know the lane, then walking on a new surface is just an added feature. You can see she had a good sniff there of the carpet piece, and now she's getting the feel of the wooden piece that I've got there. Some horses really like wooden mats, but make sure that they can't tip up when they stand on them. And finally, we can just have one rail flat on the ground and have the horse on the far side of the rail, and then we can have the rail on the far side of the horse, and we're pretty close to being able to do it all without rails. Lanes don't have to be straight. They can be an L bend, or they can be a zigzag bend like this one, where the horse has to flex in one direction then the other direction. And again the same in an S bend. The horse has to be able to flex to the left and flex to the right in turn. And we can use little rail on the ground setups for things like this, which is again for pre-trailer loading, where they have to step into something, wait, and then step out of it.